He clocked in at the same factory at 6 a.m. sharp every day for 42 years. He wore steel-toe boots, a faded blue uniform, and carried a quiet kind of pride. He wasn't a manager, wasn't an owner, and never made more than $45,000 a year. But when he retired, he had built a portfolio worth over $3 million. His secret? He didn't chase stocks. He didn't time the market. He just bought index funds. Before we unpack how he did it, take a second to breathe in this story, because it might just change how you think about money forever. This is Wealth by Noah, where the quiet become kings, and the underestimated become unforgettable. If stories like this speak to you, hit subscribe and stay until the end, because the best part is always the lesson. His name was James Corrigan, born and raised in a small town in Ohio. His father was a welder. His mother worked part-time at a diner. They didn't talk about wealth. They talked about rent, groceries, gas prices, and the fear of one missed paycheck. James got his first job at the factory at 18, packaging auto parts on the night shift. He didn't mind the noise or the grime, because it was work, real work. He'd come home exhausted, hands black with grease, sleep a few hours, then do it all over again. No shortcuts, no complaints. He didn't go to college, didn't travel the world, didn't start a business. But one day, an older co-worker handed him a book. "Read this," he said. "It'll show you how to buy your freedom." It was a simple book about investing, and in it, James discovered index funds. He didn't understand everything at first, but he understood one thing clearly. He didn't want to work forever. So he opened a retirement account, and every month, he put in what he could, sometimes $50, sometimes $100, even if it meant skipping takeout or delaying repairs. No matter what, he invested, and he never stopped. While others gambled on hot stocks, James kept it boring, simple, consistent. He chose low-cost index funds, tracked the overall market, and let compound interest do its job. He didn't panic during crashes, didn't sell when things got scary. He just kept buying through recessions, layoffs, inflation. He stayed the course. He brought coffee from home, cut his own hair, drove the same car for 20 years, and always packed the same sandwich, peanut butter on wheat bread. His co-workers thought he was cheap. Some even laughed behind his back, but James smiled, because he knew something they didn't. That wealth grows in silence. By the time he turned 60, his portfolio had crossed the $1 million mark. By 65, it passed $2 million. And by the time he retired, it was over $3 million. No lottery, no windfall, just discipline and time. James never upgraded his lifestyle, never bragged. He lived in the same house, shopped at the same grocery store, and mowed his own lawn, because freedom, not status, was the goal. Today, James volunteers at a local community center, helping young workers open their first Roth IRA, explaining the power of starting early and keeping it simple. He tells them, "I was never rich, but I built wealth anyway, because it's not about how much you make. It's about how consistently you invest and how long you're willing to wait." Sometimes, he walks past the factory, watches the new crew clock in, and smiles quietly, knowing that the life he built started with a single paycheck and a quiet decision to do things differently. If this story moved you, share it with someone who thinks it's too late, too complicated, or too impossible to retire free. And subscribe for more stories of quiet power and hidden greatness, because sometimes the richest person in the room is the one who never talked about money. And that's the part no one tells you about. That you can live simple, work hard, invest quietly, and still retire free. No applause, no headlines, just peace. James didn't have a flashy exit. He just walked away, with his dignity intact, and time, finally, on his side. And maybe that's the richest feeling of all.